Hey guys, hey besties, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is Naturally GlowRia, and to my OGs, my returning subscribers, hello, and a big shout out to each and every one of you. Let's come back to watch my videos. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the high cost of living. The high cost of living keep on skyrocketing, especially in this early 2025. And right now, it feels like we are on the brink of disaster. Rent prices are through the roof. Food prices keep on going higher and higher every single day, and it almost feels impossible to miss ends meet. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the high cost of living and how it's affecting women, and not just women but every single person out there. How are you guys coping? Like, how are you guys coping with this inflation and the hyperinflation going on in this early 2025? So make sure you sit right back, make sure you watch the entire video, and in case you're just coming across the channel for the first time, or you're just seeing my face for the first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. Also make sure to give this day a massive thumbs up. Do all the needful to push this video to the YouTube algorithm. And so guys, let's dive straight into this video.
Can somebody please tell me why it's the norm to give a 60-day notice at an apartment complex? Let's back up. We signed our lease and started living at this current apartment on May 15th of last year. So that means our lease ends May 15th of this year. We have to give a 60-day notice of whether we're going to stay or leave. And so that puts us at March 15th. Why did I just receive yesterday our lease renewal options with the price increase, the $350 price increase? So now we have basically like 2 weeks, 1.5 to 2 weeks to decide, are we going to stay here or are we not? And if we're not, then we have to find another place to live. But 2 months out is like too early to sign with another apartment, because they're not going to want a unit to sit empty for 2 months before somebody moves into it. So if we try to find another apartment right now, they're going to be like, it's too early. You need to wait until it's like a month before you would move in. So we basically have to decide, are we going to stay here and pay the $350 extra per month? Or are we going to say that we're going to leave and then be in limbo for about a month and a half until we're able to actually secure another apartment to move into? Why is that the norm? That is like, it makes it literally impossible to be secure in your living situation.
Having enough kids to keep the US population at the replacement level. That's because rent is...
So the craziest part of this argument to me is like, logic is not there when it comes to our politicians and our lawmakers and just everyday people who vote for these people. So let's do some math here. $15 an hour. I'm going to say 15 instead of 12. So if you're making $15 an hour, working 40 hours a week, and your rent is $1,500, you are barely scraping by. You got to pay rent. You got to pay for a phone bill. Hell, even the most basic phone bill, $50, maybe $65 a month. Okay, cool. Eggs are $6, eggs for a 6-pack are $4. A 6-pack of eggs here in Columbus, Ohio is $4. Crazy, right? Just mind-blowing. Then you gotta worry about utilities. Utilities are going through the fucking roof. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but I was on a payment plan, and mind you, my income has not changed. Matter of fact, I got a raise. I got a 15-cent raise in September. Woohoo. But I was on an income payment plan for gas, and it went from $76 a month to $120 a month with a 15-cent raise. Okay. And then on top of that, so now I've got this baby and I've got to go to work 40 hours a week to take care of now myself and a baby, right? Who's watching the baby? Because childcare is, we'll say childcare is $300 a week. So 36912. So that's $1,200 a month. Just for somebody to watch my child so I can go to work. I gotta pay them $1,200 a month. On top of paying my $1,500 a month rent, gas, electric, phone, and food for both me and the baby. Now, how am I supposed to do that? Because you for damn sure can't do both. So now, if I don't have childcare, then that means I gotta sit at home because I can't go to work. because I don't have anybody to watch my kid. So then they say, well, that's why you need to make sure that whoever you need to be with the person you're having a baby with so that they can take care of the bills while you take care of the baby. Even if that was the case, in order for me to be a stay-at-home mom while somebody else, my partner, my child's father, child's mother, whatever the case may be, goes to work, they've got to make at least $25 to $30 an hour to pay all of the bills to take care of a 3-person household. Because all of us got to eat. And because there's 3 people in that household, utilities are going through the roof. The math is not mathing, and people don't want to accept that. You want us to have babies? Cool. We'll replenish your fucking environment so that you can keep having slave labor for years to come. But you got to make sure that I'm not homeless trying to have the baby that you're forcing on me. Why does that not make sense?
Guys, with the way the economy is going right now, I can say it's very understandable, especially when women come online to rant about rant on how they can't deal with it anymore. People are even living in their cars these days. They are living in van. They work full-time job, but yet they can't afford to live. They can't afford the basic needs. They can't afford the basic human need like food, shelter, and clothing. And most people will rant and complain and say stuff like landlords are asking 3 times the rent, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. But most times I don't think it's wise to blame them because they too are living in this economy. So I feel it's not wise to blame landlords. Instead, blame corporation, Vanguard, BlackRock, and the rest. And to the people that are in tears, I feel every bit of your pain. This is truly an economic crisis, and not just on the part of America, but this is global. To be honest with you guys, not just rent, but every single thing out there is so expensive. Like, it takes almost all of one's earning just to make a living. Not just America. Here in Africa is worse. I feel this is a global problem. Like, affording housing is a scam too these days. Most affordable housing wants you to pay first and last rent on top of your rent, and it got me wondering who can afford that in this economy. All of this is truly heartbreaking. Like, most people don't even eat 3 square meals. They eat only once a day, and that's probably considered fortunate compared to some people. I always hear people saying that there is no home shortage in America. How true is that? Because I've not been to America before, but I always see the videos, people ranting, complaining that there's no shortage of home in America. Why is rent high? Is it because life is just expensive in America? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you are in America or if you are living in America, what's the price range of home, mortgage? Do you plan to buy home, or do you plan to still live on rent, or even living in your home or in your car or van? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, because trust you guys, I have not been to America before, and I'm just talking from observation and research. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comment section, and I want you guys to signify if you are living in America or anywhere in the world. How is the cost of living? How are you coping with the cost of living and the hyperinflation going on in this 2025? In this early 2025, how is rent in your area? I would like to know, guys, in the comment section. Also, don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. I mean, go ahead and click on that like button. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section.
Give me the tea. What's the drama? What's happening in your life? I want to know. I'm bored.
Rent for my New York City apartment went up by $1,000 a month. That's what's going on over here. So let me take you back to 2021, where I moved into this apartment with an 18-month lease. It was a 4-bedroom apartment in Harlem, New York. Reasonable rate, and I had a roommate, and it was working out. So it was myself plus my kids, and I had a roommate, and they had a partner. So I was like, okay, cool. I had we split the space down the middle, and it was cool. Like, it worked out for all of the parties involved. And so my stupid ring light just died, whatever. But it was working out for all of us, and it was cool. Then at the 18 months was over, the rent renewal was for an additional $100 a month. All right, cool. $100 a month. We split that down the middle. No problem. Then came the second rent renewal. So now we're 2.5 years in. So the first lease was 18 months. The second lease was a year. So we're about 2.5 years in. And this rent renewal, they said, hey, your rent is going to go up by $1,000 a month. And they told me this 45 days before the rent was supposed to be renewed, while I was asking them for months and months before. We could get into that if we need to. But long story short, they gave me the new rent amount, and I'm just like, can we negotiate? So this was a 37% increase. I reached out to them saying, hey, can we negotiate? How about a 10% increase? They're like, no. And no. And I was just like, okay. So thankfully I was able to coordinate and get a new apartment. But then here's a fun spin. That apartment needed to have some repairs done. They started the repairs, and as they found out about as they were repairing it, they found out it needed more and more repairs. And so it's now almost been a year. I'm in a temporary place right now because I was waiting on my permanent apartment. But if you saw my recent reels, or if you go back to my TikToks from before, it shows like, you know, the ghetto things I have in my house, because I refuse to buy anything new until I move into my final apartment. But this whole process has just been so ghetto to understand and see what has happened in the New York City housing market, and how that it is legal. It is 100% legal for them to raise my rent by $1,000 a month. With that 45-day warning period, yes. Actually, they could have given me less warning than that. According to the legal representatives that I spoke to, they could have given me less warning than that. It did not matter. And I had to either pay that money or get out of there. So yeah, that's what's happening over here, child. And if y'all want me to elaborate, feel free to ask me questions, because I had to do a whole bunch of research to figure out, one, is this legal? Two, what am I going to do about this? And now I'm finally at the other side, and I cannot wait to finally move into my new apartment, because New York City's ghetto.
I am convinced that the world is slowly running out of empathy, because I just saw a post about people who are living in Toronto, Vancouver, Sydney, and they are struggling because rent is so freaking high. Like, it's so expensive to live there. And the comments, jeez. There was a comment that was like, if this is your only issue with your life, you are so privileged. And I was like, did you not read the post? They are literally struggling to make rent. They may not have a roof over their head. There was also another comment that was like, just leave then. Nobody wants you. Like, why are they so angry? I mean, well, to be fair, I do kind of get it, because the world is a horrible place. You know, capitalism fucking sucks. Human rights, unfortunately, are not a thing everywhere. So it's not like I don't get it. But hating on the people struggling to make rent in expensive cities is kind of weird.
I told myself I would never cry on the internet because I think that's so lame. But I just got our rent renewal thing for our apartment complex, and it's going up by $300 a month. $300 for a 1-bedroom apartment that is not updated in any sort of way. And our complex doesn't even have like nice amenities. Like, we have a tiny pool and a tennis court. Like, this is not a luxury apartment complex. We already pay, with all the fees and everything included, $2,000 a month. And now we're going to be paying $2,300 a month for this tiny apartment. And that's just so frustrating. I don't understand how people can live in this world anymore. And I just don't want to move again, because that's so much work and more money, and it's stressful trying to find another place, and it's just so annoying. And now I feel like I need to get a new job, and I just got this job and I like it, but it's not paying me nearly what I need. And so now I'm gonna have to go through applying to jobs again, which I did for like a whole year plus until I found this job. So I'm gonna have to go through all of that again. It's just not fair.
The only thing that sucks about being single, and honestly this is the only thing I can think of because I don't really care about sex, and I haven't for the last like year and a half, is that I have to pay my rent on my own. I have no one to split it with. If I could split it with someone, I'd be saving a lot of money, or we could both go in and like level up and be living in a really sick apartment. And I'm happy in my apartment. But like, this is New York City, and New York City is expensive. Maybe if I was living somewhere else, I wouldn't even think about it. But here, it's the only part of me that wants to live with a man so he can pay half the rent, or maybe all of it.
So obviously inflation is inflationing right now, and I just can't believe what I saw. I am not somebody to know much about cars. I just know I like being in nice ones. That's about it. So I went to go get a oil change. I lied. I went to go get a car wash. I just need an oil change. And typically car washes are $5 to max $7.99, $6.99. You know what I mean? Nope. Not over here. Not over here. It was a full $10 for a basic wash. I remember the days when I would get quarters to wash my car. $2 minimum, max, barely $2.50, $3, and I'm good. Now, obviously, these are the ones that, you do yourself, but, those aren't really around me right now. But the way I just couldn't believe $10 for a basic car wash. I know some people that would just be like, I ain't doing that.
The way most people deal with inflation these days differ from one another. Let's say, for example, some people save maybe up to $25,000 a year by living in their car and not paying monthly rent. And because of that, they're able to live among the wealthiest neighborhoods. Safe place is the key to survive. That is it. And living in a car is perceived as social construct, but reality is it will force you to explore and learn more and also save money. So how do you guys plan to save more money in this 2025, living in your car or paying rent? For some people, family people, maybe people with children, parents, the strategy that is working for them is that the dad have to work maybe 2 jobs or more, and the dad works during the day and the mom works at night, or maybe vice versa, and one of the parents have to stay at home and take care of the kids instead of them giving their money to daycare because they feel it's a waste of money and it's not good for your kids, blah 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 and all that, and it's added cost. So for them to save cost, they do swap who stay at home and who go to work. If the dad go to work in the morning or at night, the mom stay with the kids, or if the mom go to work at night or by the day, the dad stay with the kids. So in that way, they are saving money. Most people are adopting these strategies and it's working for them very fine because prices are out of control, food prices and all, they have to work. Like, I don't believe in one income household. Both parents have to work, because let's say for instance you have a family and you also have to take care of your elderly parents and you have mortgage to pay. Imagine how much your monthly income must be. Maybe a one income household. For most people, they are moving to a less expensive places to live. Sometimes it can be boring, but you have to do it just to cut that cost. I believe in this present economy, we all need to realize that we need each other and we need to start having roommates, because you see, this inflation, it has affected lots of people worldwide, and not just American thing but globally. And I think people are not just only hungry, homeless, but they are jobless too. So tell me, how are you guys coping with the inflation going on in this 2025, this early 2025? Where do you live? Do you live in America? Do you live in Australia? Do you live in UK, London? How is inflation there, and how are you guys coping with these challenging times? I also like to know, what's your budgeting plan, financial budgeting plan in this 2025? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, guys, I really like to know because I would like to learn too. Go down below the comment section, drop your thoughts. Make sure you do so respectfully. Share your experience. Story time is welcome. A lot of people have to learn, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy my commentary, this conversation, and if you do, which I know definitely you guys enjoy up to this moment, please go ahead and give this video a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Like this video, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comment section. And in case I just coming across this channel for the first time, or you're just in my face for the first time, yes, this is what I do here on my channel, Naturally GlowRia YouTube Channel. Feel free to join this beautiful green family by clicking on that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. In that way you get notified when I do drop beautiful videos like this again. And one more thing, guys, there's always exclusive content for members only, so go down below the description box to click on the link to join my membership. And until I come your way again on my next upload, for now, bye guys.